Namaste, my name's Amber Jean, and welcome to our on-demand bottle rocket training program. I was one of the original rocket yoga instructors in the United States to be trained under Larry Schultz, and I studied with him and practiced at his studio, It's Yoga San Francisco, for 11 years. I want to thank you for joining the program, and I also want to give you a tour of the Google Classroom. Originally, the rocket was meant to be practiced in a system, and each day of the week corresponded to different routines. I've expanded this program to incorporate more bottle rockets, which offer a rocket practice in under an hour. And I find the bottle rockets make practicing rocket regularly a lot more accessible. One of the goals for this training is for you to be able to create a stronger home practice, as well as within 4 to 6 weeks, feel comfortable instructing and sharing bottle rocket in your hometown. You will also be able to slowly add on poses of Rocket 1 and Rocket 2 respectively as you gain a better understanding through your own practice. We're going to share the screen, and we're going to take a look at the Google Classroom. Once you get a link, this is what you'll be directed to. And at the top, you'll have stream and classwork. You want to go to classwork. Here are some introduction videos, and I'm going to be adding this video actually as the Watch Me First video. The rocket is a philosophy, so you're going to want to open up this tab and download the It's Yoga philosophy written by Larry Schultz. And then you're also going to want to watch this video as I go into depth a little bit more, discussing how the philosophy interweaves behind each class you instruct and the philosophy behind the way that you teach. Part of the philosophy is function over form. And here's an example, a very short tutorial about what that means. You're going to be getting all of your materials in the classroom. So here's your practice schedule, an introduction letter, and the routine handouts. You're going to want to download the routine handouts and print them out. I recommend printing 2 copies, one to keep nice in a binder and the other one to make notes. These were the original routines that Larry offered at his studio in San Francisco. And I want you to encourage you to look at the routines, but compare them to the way that the rocket is taught by me, because there's a lot of rocket transitions that these routines do not cover. This is where you'll find your rocket manual. So you want to open this tab and download or print the manual. This manual contains over 15 years of dedication of studying rocket, researching Larry's old journals and old handouts and compiling it so that you may have a better understanding of the many layers behind the rocket system. Understanding Ashtanga yoga is an important part of learning rocket. So in the Ashtanga yoga review, we review Ujjayi breath. Minimum daily requirement is the first routine that you will learn to practice and teach on your own. It consists of 5 sun salutation A's and 5 B's. Make sure you read thoroughly through everything and practice along with this video. This video contains all of the fundamental points of the philosophy behind the rocket. That even though we are practicing the same sequence, we're choosing different focuses. Once you get acquainted with the beginning part of the on-demand program, you can look at these simple tutorials and begin to go into your homework. You're going to want to keep a rocket journal, and this is a practice journal. So you want to begin your journal, and these are some journal prompts. You can turn your homework in the classroom, and I'm not sure if I see the same screen as you, but you can also turn it in here. So the 5 steps in the medicine poses just help you outline your goals and some of your expectations for the training. These are your suggested practices for week 1. So each one of these are practice videos, and they've been filmed at all different points of my teaching online, and some of them feature full rocket ones, some of them feature more modified routines like the basics of bottle rocket, and the Wednesday full rocket 2. So this is just 1 week of practices, and so I know this is a lot of practices to get in. So I recommend choosing and picking what practices you would like to practice on a week-to-week basis and how much time you have. These are your week 1 objectives. So a big part of week 1 is focusing mostly on MDR and starting to dive into the Rocket 1 bundle. This Rocket 1 bundle consists of 2, 4, 6, 7 to 8 hours of material. So if you don't have time to sit in front of your computer, put it on while you're cooking in the kitchen. And I'm sure you will gain lots of new perspectives on how to instruct yoga. Because my perspective of rocket spans 26 years. And the way that I instruct rocket is my own evolution, as well as how it was traditionally taught. But more importantly, the teacher training expertise that you'll get in this training is invaluable. I'll show you how to look at your mat differently, where you place your hands and feet, and over time, you'll be making those rocket transitions like it was born in you. And so in this week 1 objectives, there is a lot of materials. And so I'm encouraging you not to get overwhelmed, but instead just take your time going through the videos. Week 2, scripting support rocket, is a little bit more about starting to write a script. This is going to be key for you being able to teach. It goes from your mat from your breath to your heart to your mat to the handout. It bounces onto the pen and the paper. So writing your script is one of the most important parts of completing the training. These are some great week 2 classes. These step it up a little bit with full bottle rocket 2 and cross training. Scripting videos for rocket 1 seated. Week 3, we're going to continue working with the basics of scripting. And we're going to focus a lot on scripting in this week. Week 4, you're going to be putting the finishing touches on your script. And week 3, Rocket 2, is studying the Rocket 2 through regular practice. So these are more supportive videos. This on-demand program has well over 150 hours of content, even though you're only getting certified for 50. So it's okay to pick and choose your journey and choose which videos resonate with you. When you do have time, practice a full rocket 1. Choose one of these. When you do have time, work on your rocket 2 practice. Emerson's Vinyasa is my own creative mixed level rocket classes that I've been gravitating to as a way of studying and incorporating the best of Ashtanga, the best of rocket, and cross training. So these are all extra supportive videos to support you on your journey. Continuing beyond 40 or 50 hours, we have more mixed levels, and we've got loads of practice videos. Your next homework is to write your own philosophy at the end of this training. Build your own bottle rocket script. And here's a little checklist. Start a journal. Medicine poses. Things to work on. Scripting bottle rocket. Practice log. Write your own philosophy and your rocket of what you would like to share the most of with your students. Do your best never to wait more than 3 days before you do a self-practice, even if it's MDR. Here's some homework from your manual, page 21. So take your time. You'll have at least 6 months to 1 year access to this on-demand program, and it offers a lot of value. It will give you tools to be able to take your rocket journey anywhere that you travel in the world, as well as instill your home practice. So I've had a very high success rate with people teaching rocket in the Philippines and Thailand and countries that they don't have access to this type of training. So be inspired, everybody. The only way to really learn rocket is by practicing it all the time. And if you don't have time to practice, make time for MDR. I also offer live support over Zoom. So feel free to email me anytime. And as always, be inspired.